Hello, students. Welcome to another 3D modeling demonstration of for your geared towards modeling your modeling assignment. Um, Again, I'm gonna go over every time I launch Maya. Every time I launch Maya, um, if you don't get this window, you could click on New. Then the very first thing I like to do, I think you already know, go to File, Set Project. Then navigate to Certain College, 3D Previs, and set it. Now go to File, and I'm going to open up my last where I left off. So this is where I left off in the last class. I had turned off my grid, so I'm going to click on this grid here to bring it back. I modeled two of these elements. I'm going to try to model as much of them as possible. But the main thing is for you to watch the video and pick up a few tips and tricks along the way. Sit back and relax. Gonna turn off the layer. Oh yes, so like once you finish modeling something, you have to select the geometry. Also, you have to name it. So this one is called cup. This one is called wine bottle, label. All right. And you have to go edit, delete by type, history. Select this. Check if there's any history. And next move you're gonna do is gonna right click, put it on the done layer, turn it off. So the very next thing I'm gonna use, I'm done with the curves for now because there's no more curves in the scene. So you simply just select them and press the delete button. Now, how do I go about modeling this orange? Well, very simple and straightforward. Gonna hit this, I'm gonna click on this menu here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and click on like a polygon sphere. Press W on the keyboard, and all I have to do to model this, so I'm gonna click in here, just left click, and I'm gonna give it a number. So I'm gonna give this about say 10. Just type in 10 and 10 here again. Let's drop the resolution on it. Okay, once you have that, you could just eyeball, you could press 3 on your keyboard, and you could just eyeball how you want to make this into like an orange. So in this case, this you could, I'm not going to put it against this. I think I could. I'm going to hit space bar. I hit space bar into the front view. If you wanted, you could just put it here, press R on the keyboard, scale it down, scale it so it matches it, scale it, scale it in all direction until it matches. So you just click on these gizmo here and you can scale from various angle. All right. I think I like that. Okay, cool. Now the next thing it has, if you look on this orange, it has this little thing here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to hit spacebar again, hit spacebar in the perspective, and then I'm gonna right click and hold, go to faces, shift select these top faces here, and use the move tool and just kind of move it in a little bit. And I'm gonna go to make sure you're in modeling module. I'm gonna go to edit mesh and extrude. I'm gonna click on the gizmo, lightly tap on one of these so I activate the middle one, and I just hit left click and drag it and scale it. All right. Then I could move it down. I could press G to repeat my action. And I'm going to click on the gizmo again. Lightly tap here. Move this in. See that? I can move that inwards. Like that. Kind of like what the orange is going on there. Okay. I'm going to hit G again to repeat the extrude. Every time I press G, I'm extruding, guys. I'm going to hit the gizmo. Then I think I can move it up so it has that little pulp thing there. You can hit G again, hit the gizmo, lightly tap one of these, scale in on the top, and press it in, move it. Click on this icon here to move it in. And you could right click and go to verts. And you could choose to select any one of these verts and kind of like make the surface kind of uneven, cause this is not like a sphere. You could definitely go in there and make it like irregularly kind of thing. So I'm just simply just moving these points in and out, simply moving these points in and out to get that kind of organic kind of. You can even select the ones at the bottom, move them up in a little bit if you want. Click these, move that out, right click, go to object mode, and there you go. You have your orange. Look at that. See that? Beautiful. I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna call this orange. Not right click, but I'm gonna click in the here and just call it orange. All right. And so this orange is done. I'm gonna turn on the rest of the things, and all I have to do now, hit the space bar. All I have to do now is to set these up. So select the bottle, for example, the bottle group over in the outliner. Press W, and just move it where the bottle is, like so. Now you want to hit the space bar also. Then you want to move the bottle back. We want to kind of set it up just like the picture. Move the bottle back. Then gonna take the orange, move it here, kind of like so. You could press R on your keyboard and then you could rotate the orange like facing the camera. See that? All right. So we're just kind of like set just in everything. You could select both of these guys here. Press W on the keyboard, shift select. Well, you shift select. So select this, shift select the other one, and just move it back. And just like that. Oh yeah, they're kind of like off the grid. So what I'm gonna do is select both of them. Now we don't really need our reference anymore because we're done. So select all three, and you can hit the space bar here, and you could choose to put them just like they're above the grid, and you can choose to select everything. You can go modify, center pivot, modify, freeze transformation, and you could press D on the keyboard and move the pivot. Oh no, undo. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Like here. You go back again, modify, freeze transformation, hit the space bar, and there you go. You have your still life ready for you know, this model here. This this still life here is done. So I'm gonna call this example 1 because I'm gonna be modeling more things. So this is example 1. So put that there. Okay. Right click, add everything to the layer, and close it. Now I'm gonna go and model more things to show you as an example. All right, I'm gonna go File and make sure I save my scene. So now I want to bring in a different, I'm going to click the R beside the reference. I want to bring in a different image to this image plane. I'm going to right click and press, I'm going to Control A and bring me to here. And you remember in our sources image folder, I brought in tons of these, um, I like this. I'm going to model this. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to press open. And there we go. All right, cool. So I like this. So yeah. First thing I'm going to do, you're going to hit the space bar for front, and I'm going to move this like so, and hit space bar, and then maybe move this back. Okay, the move tool is right here, by the way. So I move this back, and I hit the space bar here. What I want to get is, I want to kind of click here now, like right here, the center of the ball right here, because this is the center line of the grid, as you can see, and I could decide to move it up, and I think that's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the R on the reference, so when I'm trying to select it, I'm not able to select it anymore. And now go to create curve tool, CV curve tool, and I'm simply just gonna click on top here, click here, click one here, click one here. Actually, no, undo. So click here, click here, click one here, click one here, click one here, click that. And the more you add is the more you get to and you press enter when you're done. Remember, you could go in, right click, go to vertices. Now you can press W, select one of these vertices, and simply just shape it how you want it, right? So in this case, like that. Okay, simple as that. Right click, go to object mode, select it. Now I want you to go to services, revolve, option box. You could do an edit reset if you change computers. Make sure polygon is checked on, make sure quads is checked on, make sure count is checked on, and hit apply. Okay, so this is how it looks, but we could fix this. Now that we have this, we could right click, go to edge, double click on this edge, move that up to like that. You notice that this thing is also asymmetric. So you can right click, go to verts, select it, move it up, press R on your keyboard, and just rotate it slightly. So we're modeling this thing out. So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to select the bottom one, press R, scale it down. I'm going to scale this like so, scale it, scale it, scale it. I'm going to take this one here, this part. I'm going to just move it to the edge of that. I'm going to take that, I'm going to move it to that edge. Select here, move it, select, move it, select, move it, and select here, move it, and select this, move it, select the verts, let's move it. So we're trying to match the flow of this. This part here is okay. And that, these parts are okay. Don't worry about the ones underneath here. We'll figure that out in the meantime. We're trying to get this shape. Okay. Here. So now that we have this, I'm gonna hit the space bar and click here. You notice that this is black. Well, we need to change it. We need to go to this mesh display and hit reverse like that. So now another thing we need to do, I'm going to hide the reference. Another thing we need to do, I'm going to hide the grid. We need to right click, go to faces, select all the faces at the bottom. Just like click this one and double click it. Just click this, shift click this one, shift click this one and double click it. And it adds a loop. Click this one and click this one and it adds a loop. Okay. You can select them one by one if you wanted to by selecting shift. If you wanted. So this part now, I'm going to I'm going to press delete. Make sure you didn't delete any other parts. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to select this and I'm going to do a edit mesh, extrude, and I'm just gonna move this part here. Just move this. We're not gonna click the gizmo. We're just moving this one here. So we get like an even thing going around. Okay, very good. I like the thickness of this. So basically, we're giving this caulk, this lid, a thickness. Okay, so right click, go to object mode. I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna go mesh tool, insert edge loop. Then I'm gonna click here and click here for 1, and I'm gonna click this one for 2. Then up here, I'm gonna click here and click this one for 3. I'm gonna right click, go to object mode, and if you press 3 on your keyboard now, this is what we got. Okay. To turn on by the reference, press the space bar. This is what we got here. So if you're worried about down here, right click, go to verses. If you're worried about these guys down here, I'm going to press R and get the scale tool. If you're worried about these guys here, I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, because it's not, the image is not like straightforward or anything like that. So yeah. So now we're gonna go for, I'm gonna create a new, I'm gonna select the lid, click on the layer, and I'm gonna call this example 2 and save it. I could hide the lid for now because I'm gonna go back to create curve tool, CV curve tool. Then I'm gonna click here, 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 and here. Press enter, right click, vertices, and just simply move it to where you want it. Simple as that. Just move them, move the points. As simple as that. Okay. Right click, go to object mode, select the curve. Then you go surfaces. We can hit revolve because we've done this before. So this is how this looks. I don't know why it looks like that, but um, I'm gonna hit services, revolve, option box. Yeah, I think it's okay. But no, don't fear because we could right click, go to edges, and select each edges. Press R on your keyboard, and you can just scale it. You know, you could just scale it to how you want it. So, like down here, for example, you could go right click, go to verts actually, select these verts, scale them. Remember the bottom of this, we're gonna fix it, right? Select these, scale them evenly, so we're scaling them evenly. Select that, scale it. You can even select the whole thing and just scale it up, you know, like that. Press R and scale it down like this way. Then we could just right click, go to verts, and start selecting these pieces. Selecting and selecting. It shouldn't, it's a smooth surface, so we shouldn't have any lumps in here. That's why we are, you know, move this like so. And up top here, we could decide what we press W, press R, scale him down, and we can go back here and just line them up. Make sure this has smooth edges, no dips. No dips. There you go. Bottom one, get done. Move it. Select. Select that. Select that. Okay, the bottom now, we could grab that and we could just squish it. We could press R and just scale it in so it looks kind of like that. You know, scale it in a little. Yeah, I think we could get away with that. We're not gonna go overkill with this. Turn on the example tool cap. Press R on the keyboard, press object mode, press the space bar. And it's black right now, but we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna turn off the image. Maybe select the image itself, press W on the keyboard and move it to the center of this. Select this, and I want you to go to, if it's black like that, we're gonna mesh display and reverse. Now we could go to edit mesh or mesh tools and insert edge loop, and then we want one, you're gonna left click here and drag and hold, left click, hold and drag, left click, hold and drag here. And I think that's it, guys. Press 3 on your keyboard, W, press right click, press 3 on your keyboard, and there we go. We have some kind of, it's a bit wonky, but it's okay. Oh, maybe this part is supposed to like that. Okay. Maybe press R and squish it into this direction here. Okay. Cool. All right, select everything and go to edit delete by type, history. And I'm going to call this, I'm going to go to modify, freeze transformation, select both of them. And then I'm going to go delete the curve. I'm going to delete this other curve here. You could call this nail polish cap. Nail polish bottle. And I'm going to take these two, right click, add it to the selected layer object. And then we could turn on back the reference, hit the space bar, click on left click on the R here and select it, and then we're going to press W on the keyboard, and we're going to move this one now, which is this one here. This one here is going to be tricky, but we could model that. Like that. And next thing I want you to do, I'm going to go create curve tool, curve. Then you want to click on here, click one here, click here, click all the way to the bottom, click here, once again, click, click, and last but not least, click there. Press enter, right click, go to vertices, select this, and move that up. Yeah, then we have that is going good. Okay. All right, take this, move that. Then we're gonna go to services, revolve, and we have that. Remember, we're gonna right click vertices, grab these guys at the bottom, press R on your keyboard, scale them down. Okay. These guys at the top here, we're gonna select them, scale them out, scale them down, just like that. Press W, move them up, kind of like that. Okay. Very good, guys. Oh, for this for this bottle glass part, it's glass, and you're probably gonna be texturing the you're probably gonna add the liquid in there, so you might want to like model in the liquid inside the glass. I'm gonna show you how to. Okay. For example, these, we don't have to make them see-through, because guess what? Like, there's a ring inside of here, for example. There's a ring. Maybe it's a case and maybe it's empty, so maybe this bottle also is empty. Yeah, we have to think about what we're doing. Okay. So this, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna go to faces, select the faces to here, because you see this black line here, that's what we want. Then we're gonna go to mesh display, edit mesh, and I'm gonna, oh no, mesh, and hold on, edit mesh, and okay, extract. So now right click, go to object mode. Now I have the top part. Now I'm going to hit the space bar, and I'm going to go here, select both of them, and I'm gonna go to mesh display, reverse, select this guy here. I'm gonna isolate the selection. Okay, and this is how it looks like. Now, oh, this one also has a hole at the top. So right click, edges, double click on it, press R, and you can just scale it in. Like that. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take this, we're gonna go to edit mesh, and we're gonna do extrude. And then now we're not gonna click this gizmo this time. We're just gonna take this one here and just scale it out like so. Give it some thickness. Very good. Okay. Right click, go to object mode. Then I'm gonna go to mesh tools, insert edge loop. Click left click one here, left click one there, and we want left click one here, left click one there, left click one here, and press Q on your keyboard, right click, go to object mode, and press 3. Turn on back the rest of the stuff. Okay, so here we have that. So this part here, I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna right click, and I feel like we could also give it some thickness. So right click, go to object mode, give it some thickness. Mesh tool, we're gonna extrude it, and we're just gonna click one of these red gizmo, and whoops, maybe click one of the red gizmo. No, it doesn't work. So if you're moving it and it's like that, click the off icon looking thing, click it, and then tap there, and then you could maybe scale from the center. It's gonna look weird. Press R, press the top one, line up the top, pay attention to the top part. You could like press the middle one, scale it out some more, scale this down some more by eyeballing it. Remember, you're the modeler, you're in control, you know, okay? Right click, go to object mode. Oh, okay, so here needs to be fixed. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna undo. I'm gonna press R, go to vertices, and I think the parts that's black here, I'm gonna just select the parts that black here, press W, and move it up like so. Press here, move it way up, maybe way up. It's kind of black. We're not gonna, the camera is not gonna see underneath it, but I kind of actually want to show you guys how to fix that. So click here and move it up. What happened? Yeah. What about this part? Double click, move it up. Oh no. Our faces. Okay, vertices. Go closer. So I'm gonna get these guys and I'm gonna move it up. See? All right, cool. See, that happened. Move that part here, and that's it. Move it up. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, no blackness is there. Good. It's kind of weird little bottom there too, but it's okay. I'm gonna go to mesh tool, insert edge loop. We're gonna add one here. We're gonna add another one here. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna add one here. No, not here. Here. And then we're gonna add one. Click here, and we're gonna click here. If you make a mistake, remember you could always Control Z and undo. Okay. Click on the selection button, right click, go to object mode, turn on turn on the rest of it, press R and modify center pivot, and you can scale this in a little bit so, and scale this up so it's like underneath it. So got a little lid there. Press 3 on your keyboard, and there we go. All right, cool. So you can set up both of them. Go edit, delete by type, history. You can go modify, freeze the transformation. You could call this lid base. Okay, so now those two pieces, you can even select this curve and delete it because we're done with it. Select that, and click here and the example tool, right click and add it to the object. So now here's the more complex shape, guys. And it's not really at an angle. It's not really at an angle where we could like, you know, gonna hit the top. Let's see. Let me see, hit this view here. I'm gonna hit the side view, front view. So how do we model a shape like this? I'm very happy that, because we've been doing a lot of lofting and stuff like that, the curve, but this time we're gonna pick something different. So we're gonna go mesh tool, append polygon tool, and then we're gonna click, well, we're gonna, no, mesh tools, create polygon here, click, 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 keep on clicking, click, 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 keep on clicking, keep on clicking, clicking. We're making the shape basically. Click, and then you can press enter. Now I'm gonna press 3 on the 3, but I'm gonna press W on the keyboard, and I'm gonna go to modify and center the pivot. Okay, I'm going to go to the space bar, and I'm gonna press the R key, and I'm gonna turn off the references, and I'm gonna turn on the grid, and I think I want to rotate this like so, right? Rotate it, press R, scale it down, rotate it again, E. So I'm basically rotating it so it's coming from the top, press this, like that. I could even move this like that, scale this in like so. I'm gonna hit the okay. I'm gonna hit the space bar, and I'm gonna come from the top view. All right, so this is an interesting shape, because guess what? If you right click and go to vertices, this is how it looks. Okay. You could do a couple of things here. You could select, you could always, select, let's see. You can even rotate, press E, rotate this like so. You can right click, go to verts, and then you could continue to shape it evenly, eyeballing it. You see how much work we have to go through to get this shape? But it's good that we get a different shape to deal with. Okay. All right, cool. I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the multi-cut tool, and I'm gonna just click on the line. So click, press enter. You can click on the line. No, oops. Click on the line, press enter, and click on the line, press enter. And I'm gonna press Q on the keyboard, right click, go to verts, and these new verts that I created, I could just round them out. See that? Round them out. See that? Okay, move this to the center a little bit too. Yeah, move that here. Okay. Now I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna go faces. I'm gonna select this face here. It's all the face that we got. And then I'm gonna do edit mesh and extrude. Right click, object mode. Oh. I'm gonna go select, right click, I'm gonna select this, edit, delete by type history, right click and or select this shape like so, and maybe go edit mesh, extrude, press 1 on the keyboard, press R. No, okay, get a gizmo. Did I do it? I didn't do it. Hit the space bar. Right click, go to faces, select this face, and okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So maybe go to edit mesh and do an extrude. Click on the gizmo, scale this in like so. Okay. Let me scale this up. Let me scale this up. Let me give it some thickness and maybe click on this gizmo and scale it like so. Because we're doing this shape here, eh? We're doing that shape. We're kind of doing it. All right. So I'm going to hit the gizmo. I'm going to hit tab here. I'm going to scale it up a little bit. All right. Cool. It looks okay. Oops, no. What do I do next? Okay. Thickness. Oh yeah, you can make this thicker. So about here, like so. Okay. And couple things we have to do now. Select this top face and run another edit mesh and extrude it again. Click on a little gizmo, tap here, scale it in a little bit. See that? And then we're gonna press G again. Click on this here. Gonna scale that in a little bit, like so. Now that we scale it in, we could right click. I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna hit space bar and go to my top view to see what's going on. I could right click. Also another thing I could do, another thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna right click, delete this face here. Cause we only need to do this thing here once, eh? Click here. I think I'm gonna click this half and I'm gonna go and wipe it out. I get it good now. So I'm gonna right click. What I could do, I could go to W, move this to here, and what I could do is right click this here, move this to press X, hold on X and left mouse button, click and hold, snap it like so. Snap that one. Snap here. Snap. Don't worry about the center there. We're just snapping these parts here like so. All right. We could choose to add. We could even like right here. We could like take this vertex and just kind of fix it. We could press 3 on the keyboard, and this is what we got. Press here. Oh! Another thing I could do. Press 1 again. Another thing I could do. I could right click, go to faces, and these ones at the side, blow them away. Right click, go to object mode, hit space bar, top view. We could choose to add mesh tools, insert edge loop. We could add one here, could add one here. Okay. Now I'm going to press the Q key, right click, go to vertices, and I have this in mind, the image in mind. I have it in mind. I remember get the shape already, and yeah, this like that. Okay, cool. If I press 3 on the keyboard, this is what I got. Okay, yeah, it's not meant to be organic actually. So I press 3 on the keyboard, and I'm just shaping this thing here, moving the verts until it looks decent. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm kind of happy with that. Gonna select the move tool, press the D key, move it towards here, and then we're gonna press Control D on the keyboard, press uh, and then go to modify freeze transformation, and I want you to scale, put in minus X. In X you put minus and 1 and press enter. So it flips over to that side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn on wireframe and shaded so we can see what's going on. We could select both pieces. We could go mesh and combine. Oh yeah, don't forget to save the scene. So Control S. Okay. All right, cool. Now that these two are together, we're going to go right click, select the verts. And we're going to go edit mesh. And merge. Merge here. So that I'm going to select the merge. So you could go edit mesh and always do merge, right? But I have it on the shelf here. So select that. It's actually right here. Edit merge. So merge. Select that. Press the G key to repeat that merge. Select that. Press G key. Repeat merge. G key. And that's it. Another move we could do with this now. I'm going to right click, go to edges, double click on these edges. And I'm going to go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go mesh and fill hole. I'm going to press 1 on the keyboard, and then I'm going to go right click, and I'm going to go to object mode. Now, obviously, remember the thing I was telling you about polygon flow and stuff? We're going to get make sure you're underneath the polygon menu here. Click on this multi-cut tool. You're going to left click and drag until it's stuck here. Left click and drag and it's stuck here. Press enter. That's one. We're going to left click and drag until touch that one. Left click and drag until it touch that. Press 2, enter. Left click and drag and hold until it stuck there. Left click and drag until it stuck there. Press enter. Left click and drag. Left click and drag and press enter. Left click and drag here. Left click and drag until it's stuck. Press enter. And we could click left click and drag here and left click and drag with this one. Press enter. Left click and drag and left click and drag with that one. Press enter. Left click and drag and left click and drag here and press enter. Let's see how many sides I have here. Oh yeah, I still could go. Remember, triangle is actually kind of okay. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5-sided, so we can't have that. Click here. Click this one and press enter. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. It works. All right, cool. Right click. I can press 3 now. All right, cool. I'm gonna press the space bar. All right, and now we could. I'm gonna hit the space bar, go back to the top. I could choose right click, select one, select all these little points here. Press R on the keyboard and scale them in to like look like something, because I just look at the image, right? Next thing we're gonna do, pay attention to the image, this one. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna select everything, and then we're gonna go to, we're gonna press 1 on the keyboard, And then we're gonna go to a okay, I'm gonna go to edit mesh and extrude, and I'm gonna extrude down this way, so give it that kind of thickness here. Okay, give it that thickness. Okay, all right, I'm gonna right click, go to object mode, select it. It's black, so go to edit, go to mesh display and reverse. Then we have that. So we have that shape. So when we have this shape, what do we do with the shape? I'm gonna press W just to move this out a little bit. Well, a couple of things. I'm gonna go to mesh tools, insert edge loop. I'm gonna put one here, one, and one here. Okay. Then I'm gonna put one at the bottom. Oops, undo. One at the bottom here, and one here. Give it that thickness. Then I'm gonna put one in the middle here, at almost at the bottom, kind of like this, one. And then I'm gonna put two, one, two, three of them. And then press Q key on the keyboard, right click, go to edges, double click this, press R, and just scale these in because it has that kind of ridge thing going on there. I don't know if this is like a separate piece or whatnot. It's just like a separate, this is like a transparent piece. I don't know if it's like a transparent piece and that piece is like in there, right? I don't really know. Maybe I undo that, Control Z. Maybe. Anyways, double click on there, move this up here, something. So this is probably gonna be like see-through. I don't know if I want to like, I don't know if I would, maybe stick, maybe, yeah, I guess. Model, maybe the bottom. Okay, I know what I'm gonna, I know what I'm gonna hide the grid. I'm going to right click, I'm gonna double click here. I'm gonna shift, click on this one, double click it, it loops around. Shift, double click on this one, it loops around. Shift, double click on this one, it loops around. Oh, well, if that doesn't work, you just shift select the continuous shift select the remainder. Make sure you get everything, including the triangles. Make sure you get them. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's that. I think I could press R on the keyboard, scale this in a little bit. Okay. And then I think boop 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 boop. Okay. I think there's something inside of here, which is and this thing here looks like it has some kind of thickness also. So yeah, we're gonna give it that. Okay. Edit mesh, extract, right click. So now we have this little piece here inside here, and we could isolate it and also display it, reverse it, and then we could also edit mesh and extrude it, move it up. I think it's like not very high, it's like probably like there. Then we could go in there, mesh tool, insert edge loop, and just simply click that, click that, click that, click that. Okay, maybe click one in there. Okay, cool. And then unisolate it. Now we're left with this part now. Undo. Right click object mode. Make sure you select the tool. Okay, so that piece is there. But I'm wondering if I should give this any thickness. Maybe not. Because it's going to be see-through and this is going to be there. So I'm going to right click and edit mesh, delete by type, history. And press number 3 on your keyboard. And you can turn off the ref now. Turn on example 2. So we got select example 2. Where's the other one? Where's the other piece? Oh, no. Where's the other thing? Did I delete something? Press 4 on the keyboard. Oh, it's inside. It's inside. Press W. Move this over here. Just like that. Move that. Press 5 on the keyboard. Turn on the reference. Okay, so this one is bottle. I'm gonna call this bottle. This one here. Delete. What's this? I don't know what's this. Just turn on example 2. Let's turn off the ref. Oh, it's this. So this is like ring holder. Looks like that. Looks like it has a ring in there. Don't mind example 1. We're done with example 1. We're turn on the grid. So these are huge. This is the bottle. We could select it and say modify center pivot. And this one is the nail polish top. We could group it. Press Ctrl G and let's call it nail polish. And we could go modify center the pivot. Alright, this one here is the bottle. Very good. We could center pivot, modify center pivot. Okay, cool. Modify center pivot. Okay, this is that ring holder, this and that. So let's start setting them up. Turn on the reference. The reference look like that. So we're going to take this guy here, this one, move it over here. No, get the other part in the outliner. Move it over here. And I think I'm going to hit the space bar. And I'm going to move this down here at a grid, like so. I'm going to select this one here, and I'm going to move this down to the grid. I think this one, ring holder, is in front of that one. And then we have this guy. I'm going to turn off the ref. We have this big guy here over this side. And you could also move it down so it's like that. Press W. You could even move it forward. You can move it forward. And there we go. Okay. Okay, cool. So there's your still life for that. You can select both and you can go modify, freeze transformation, go edit, delete by type, history. And if you want to make like a little base for it to sit on, you could create a cylinder, press R, scale it up, move it down, click on the polycylinder here. We want to give it like a cap, so maybe make 2 cap in here or 3, and then you could use you could use right click here, double. If you don't want the edges, here's a trick. So when you create a shape, right, and if you don't want the edges of like a certain things to look like very jaggedy, a trick you could use is right click, go to edges, double click on this edge. For example, I don't want this edge to look CGI, so I'm going to go to edit mesh and I'm going to choose bevel. it's gonna bring up this little gizmo here. You want to play around with the fraction, so that's like 0.2. Segment, you want to give it a segment of about 2 in there, and then click off. Right click on the object mode. Then you could choose to right click and just move that part up, and there you go. You have like a little base to put. I'm gonna select that, move them up. You have a little base to put your still life object, right? Okay, okay, okay. Modify and send it over. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then you go modify freeze transformation. There you go. So you could turn off the wireframe and shaded, and press select this. Press 3. I'm gonna do mesh tool, insert edge loop, click here, and there you go. So there you go. This is example number 2. Example number 2. Okay. So yeah, guys, I'm not looking for you guys to model any complex things. So like, hopefully this helped you guys out, and you guys are able to follow along. And I'll think I'll make one more. I make one more modeling video. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you guys in class on Monday, where we do more modeling and organizing. Okay. All right. Take care.